Hello! Yes, as you can see from the title, we've got a major gem, dropping some massive gems for anybody looking to land placements, not necessarily do the whole selling beats and leasing beats, but if you want to create beats that are placement worthy, then this is the video for you. So yeah, let's just dive straight into this one. Alright, so before we get into this tutorial, I just want to give you a disclaimer for those of you who will comment saying, well, you haven't had any placements, or any major placements. I've had some placements. So basically, I just want to tell you what's getting responses, and that way you don't have to go through and make the same mistakes that I'm making. So don't be a douchebag. Don't be one of those idiots that just says, well, you don't get any placements anyway. I just want to help you guys. So let's dive in. First thing that you want to do is keep in mind that you want to be making a ton of beats. If you're wanting placements, you're gonna have to be sending out a whole lot of beats every single day to a whole lot of artists in order to land these placements. And if you guys want me to do a tutorial on how to send out loads of emails every day, in fact I might have already done one, but I'll redo one if you want me to. But you're going to need to make a lot of beats, and just keep in mind that you're going to have a regular supply of beats that you're sending out to artists. So there's two ways you can go about doing that. The first way is to make your own melodies from scratch, spend about half an hour doing that, then make the beat, then mix it, then master it, then send it out. It takes a long time. Or you can cut all of that stuff out, find some free loops, buy a sample pack, make your own samples in advance, chop them up, and then lay some drums over it and give it a quick mix down and send it out. Which of the two sounds easier to do? This answer should be very easy. And don't be like, you're creating out the whole creative process and you're cutting out all of the stuff that, the reason why you want to make beats. You kind of are, but key thing is that you need to work fast, you need to work efficient. There's tons of other producers out there making beats. You've got to be up there, cranking out beats, getting them out, getting as many sent out as possible, and just like maximizing your chances of landing these placements. So with that being said, we started things off with this free guitar sample pack that I actually downloaded very recently. Let me just go on YouTube and I'll show you who I got them. And this is like super easy. You don't have to type in any instrument that you want. So I wanted the guitar loops. I'm feeling those guitars at the minute. To be fair, everybody is like literally the wave at the minute. But anyway, I went onto YouTube and I wanted guitar loops. So I literally just type in loops. This guy here, right up here, Rainy Beats, that's where I got mine from. So if you want a free pack of loops, he's got some really nice acoustic guitar loops. Don't rip them from YouTube. If they're selling them, buy them. But if they're not, and if they're giving them away for free, then go ahead and download them from their site. So you find one that you like. So I started out with this little guitar loop. And then like this is like an A, that's like the A part, and then there's like a B section to this. Okay, really nice, realistic sounding loop. Don't have to be realistic. If you want to go for those like electronic beats, then you can do what you want. I'm just telling you what I've done. But anyway, that's the loop that I found. Make sure that it's got like an A section and a B section, so make sure that there's some, it makes life a lot easier if you have like a sample that has variation already. But yeah, once you've got that, then literally just start layering in drums. Like, that's the good thing about samples. You can just have an idea straight away, something that sounds amazing, something that people are, a loop that is available for you anyway. Like, use that resource and then you can just sort of like build around it. So yeah, literally once I had that, I just started drawing in drums. And we all know making drums is, if you like don't have a lot of music theory knowledge, then making the drums is the best part. Like, the drums are amazing. Everybody knows making drums are so much better than making melodies. So drums, here's my drums in their entirety, and I'll just go through and tell you what I did. Alright, and like as you can hear, they're not over the top crazy. There's nothing really complicated about them. They just give a nice bounce. Don't try and impress people with like the technical skills of beat making. Like, you may impress me and other producers, but that's not who you're trying to reach out to. That's not the people that you want to gain the attention of. But anyway, I'll just run through each sound and show you exactly what went into this beat. So first thing was a rim shot. Easy peasy. Next thing was a hi-hat. Just repeats after that first 4 bar. Just repeats on the second bar as well. And just make sure and just keep in the back of your mind that you need to leave space. You just need to basically make half a beat, or like in your mind like a half a finished beat, and then let the rapper finish the rest of it. It's really hard to begin with. Like I've been doing this like 6, 7 years, 8 years. Fucking hell, I'm old. Jesus Christ. So hi-hats. Aight, and then all your percussive sounds, and again, like you don't have to have all these percussive sounds, depending on the sample, depending on the type of beat you want to achieve, but you know what it is, just go with the flow. So yeah, I added this snare, that little sound there. Aight, and what else did we come in with? A perk. Repetitive as hell, just wanted that extra up vibe, you know, that boom, 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 boom. Anyway, and that was it. That was literally it for percussion. And the last thing was just the kick and like a crash sound. What is the problem? People just walk past this house and stare at me. It's so irritating. But anyway, yeah, that was, in terms of percussion, that was literally it. I did just a kick at the start of every 4 bar. This added this crash in as well at the start. And last but not least, why can I smell burning? And again, this is totally optional because there's already variation within this melody, but I'd like to go a little bit OTT sometimes, and I could take these out at some point, who knows. But I added in these keys. I just thought it sounded nice, you know, something to just sit in the background, a little bit more variation. You can't have, you know, variation is good, simplicity is also good though. Keep those two things in tandem and you will be golden. But yeah, I added those keys, and if you guys are wondering how to find like the key of everything, so obviously you're going to start out with a sample. You don't know what key it's in, I don't know what key it's in. So all you're going to do is open up the sample in this little dialog box just by clicking it, right click the sample, edit in audio editor thing, click this little flag, click detect pitch regions, and then you're just gonna like zoom in on it. So for this one it was G sharp, so I now know when I draw in my 808 the first note's going to be a G sharp. So then if you want to change the pitch of the 808, then just go back into that sample and check, and just check everything. So it goes C, D sharp, so I just drew mine in D. It takes a little bit of going back and forth in the beginning, but you know, after a while you kind of get the hang of it. But yeah, that is a full beat, people. And you may be thinking like, that's crazy simple. It is simple, but it's simple for a reason. I don't want to have a full beat. I don't want to be sending out beats that don't need anything putting on them. You know, I don't want like a full musical score, because I'm not writing a music score. Laying a foundation for another creative person to put their own touch on it and twist it up and play with some of the sounds as well. But yeah, that brings me to the end of this tutorial. I'll give you a quick preview and then you can kind of see how it's been laid out and structured. Alright, so that's like the main part of the beat. So first bit of the drums want to be super simple melody, then bring that variation in, then back to simple, then add like some different kind of variation with those keys that I showed you earlier, and then back to the variation, and then you just kind of loop it from there. Like, you know, it's not too complicated. But anyway, I'm going to start the mumbling and stop talking so fast because it's going to be annoying for everybody because they can't understand what I'm saying. Oh, and just one extra tip actually. When you're done with the beat, play it and try and like just mumble like a flow to it, just like, you know, any random lyrics, doesn't really matter. And if you're sort of rapping and you can get into it, then you'll know if it's like, you know, a beat worthy of sending out to a rapper. Kind of. It will, you know, you never know. But yeah, it's just another good exercise to like just mumble a little flow and see if it sounds nice, see if like you can vibe to it. All the sounds in this tutorial are made using the Uncharted drum kit. So if you want to jump on that drum kit and get some super dope sounds, then feel free to do that. And don't leave me just yet. And if you want a free beat selling guide, so if you wanted to go down the route of reaching out to smaller artists, sending them beats, leasing beats to them, making sales through social media and all that good stuff, then I have relaunched a free Instagram guide for selling beats through obviously Instagram. But if you want to jump on that or the drum kit, look, both of those links are in a pinned comment in this video and in the description. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. It really does help. Hit the like button, drop a really nice comment because I like to see nice comments. I don't like nasty comments. Get a few of those. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one.